Boy, where does the time go? It's week 9, day number 7, and today would be the long run, so it's going to be that endurance effort. This is a bit more like a progression workout. So I'm going to start out and I'm going to go for an hour at an easy pace on my indoor cycler or my stationary bike here in my living room. And then for 30 minutes, I'm going to pick up the pace. I'm going to try to go at a half marathon effort, and then I'll have 10 minutes to cool down. So it's going to be an hour and 40 minutes altogether. So a little less time than what we've been spending on the long run or endurance workouts, but with a bit more effort at the end. So kind of a progression workout. Oh, and so yesterday I had so much fun testing out the pet stroller that we'd gotten primarily for Bella. All of our cats are welcome to use it. It's just they're not really inclined to do that kind of thing, but Bella loved it. She absolutely loved she always loves being outside anyway, but she really enjoyed being in that stroller. Wasn't too sure how she would react to that, but when I have it in the house right now so that all of the cats can kind of get used to it, because I don't want the stroller to be like their pet carrier. So if you have cats, you know that if the only time you put them in a pet carrier is to take them to the vet, they know that. And so it's the minute that you start to get that pet carrier out, I don't care where you are in your house, they're going to know it, and they're going to probably hide under the bed, behind the curtains. And sometimes our cats anyway can get pretty creative with the places that they hide. Even though it's a small house, it can be a bit of a challenge to get them into that carrier, to get them where you want to go, because they associate it with going to the vet. So I didn't want them to associate the pet kit or the pet stroller the same way that they do the carrier. So Kim and I brought it into the house, and we've been just letting them sniff around and sleep in it from time to time, things like that. But Bella's really the one that's more inclined to use it, and she just loved it. She just loved being outdoors. So I'm really excited to get everything back working again so I can take her out a bit more frequently, even if it's just for a walk. I think that she would enjoy it. I know that I would absolutely 100% enjoy being out there with her. Okay, so the coffee of the day today is one that I've had many, many times before. So the Advent calendar came up with, it's a Green Mountain breakfast blend. It's a light roast coffee. It absolutely is a light roast coffee, but I do enjoy it very much. I would say that it's got a bit of a woodsy type of a flavor to it. It's not very bitter at all, which I like. So, I do like the bold flavors, as I've mentioned a million times in the past, but this is one that I do like to have. When I want a lighter coffee, this is oftentimes the blend that I go to, but we're going to fire this up in the Keurig, and I'll give you some impressions of it straight from the cup. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to get into this workout, and we're going to get this one done. All right, we'll talk a little bit more as I move through it. All right, we'll see you back here in a minute. So we are off and running, as they say. So I got an hour and 40 minutes and to get this one done. As I mentioned, I got lots and lots of water stashed alongside of me, so hydration should not be an issue. I've mixed that water up with some electrolyte drinks, loaded with all of the things I'm going to need to try to keep everything within balance and to keep me well hydrated. So all right, I'm just going to turn my legs over for a little bit, and then, kind of get things warmed up. And then I'll come up out of the saddle. I'll be going at a pretty easy pace as the workout calls for the first hour. It'll be that 30 minutes at the end of the workout when I'm going to need to pick up the pace and put forth, a slightly harder effort. That's the tricky part. Okay. I'm going to let you go for now, but I'll touch base with you again here throughout the workout. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so 20 minutes in, working up a pretty good sweat today. I'm going in 20-minute blocks. So I'm going to take 2 minutes here to get a drink, sit down, kind of rest everything a little bit, bring my heart rate down to, probably the 120, somewhere in that ballpark. But then after the 2 minutes, I'll come back up out of the saddle, increase the resistance, get my heart rate back up solidly in that easy zone, which would be, in the 130s to low 140s for 18 minutes. And then I'll take me to 40 minutes because I'm at 21 minutes now. And we'll repeat that until we get to, that first hour, and then the last 30 minutes. We'll pick up the pace and the effort. That's the plan. All right, so the first hour at that easy effort is complete. So now I've got 30 minutes at a more difficult half marathon effort to do. This is where these endurance workouts start to really pay dividends, because we're building that functional power, that sustainable power to get us through 26.2 miles. So right now I'm just kind of spinning my legs out, getting ready. I'm not going to stay down in the seat for very long, just long enough to maybe to get a drink and chat with all of you for a few seconds here. And then I'll come up out of the saddle and I'm going to put forth, a good effort for 30 minutes. And we'll talk a little bit more once I've got that completed. All right, time for a drink. Whew. All right. So that hour and 40-minute workout is done. I think it's a really solid workout format to use, where you're putting forth a harder effort at the end of the workout. I think it's really good practice if your goal is to negative split at your next marathon or race, because, a negative split means that you're putting forth a slightly harder effort toward the end. So you're running faster at the end than you are at the beginning. So that's essentially what we were doing here. First hour was at that easy pace, and then the second 30 minutes, or the additional 30 minutes there at the end, was a more challenging effort. And I think when it's all said and done, when I go back and look at the performance and the impact on my training, it's going to say maybe tempo or threshold. Because I was really working hard there for that last 30 minutes. So I think it was a really solid workout. All right, so let's just take a look at the numbers. Again, an hour and 40 minutes, 47.92 kilometers, so 263.7 average power. 77 was the frequency, or the RPMs, my cadence, and average of 8 for resistance. All right, I'm going to stretch, take a shower, and then I'm going to come down and make that breakfast blend. All right, we'll see you back here in a minute. All right, so all cleaned up, got that workout washed off of me. It's time to get that coffee going. Oh, sounds pretty good. I already know it's one of my favorites, so what a treat for today. Oh, that is a pretty good cup of coffee. One of my favorites. If you do like a lighter blend, this is a good one to choose. I would say it does have a bit of that woodsy flavor to it, but it's very light. It's definitely on the lighter side of things. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, what a gorgeous day. It's going to be, I think, around 60 degrees Fahrenheit here. That's just crazy for this time of year. But then I see that on the weather report that we're due to get snow again here in a couple of days. It's Michigan. If you don't like the weather, just wait a day. All right. We'll see you next time.